Hi lovelies, how you doing? I'm doing great. I've missed you guys. I know you guys have also missed me. It's been like 2 months. Can you imagine? Let me tell you, I've realized one thing. Before we get into the main thing, today I'm talking about very serious things. I've come here to share knowledge with you guys. So, considering it's Mental Health Month and I haven't shared anything, what kind of a mental health advocate am I?
Nataka muniombee. I'm going through a lot of problems. Na ni mimi nilijiletea.
But let me tell you, it doesn't only happen on social media. Even on the ground, even when there are no cameras, we're really trying to be champions of mental health. Now, back to what I was saying. There's something I've learned. It's been like 2 months. The last time I created a video for you guys was in April. We are in the third month. Like, what is really making me not create videos or make videos or even make content on YouTube? Let me tell you. Let me tell you guys. If you're actually thinking of doing something great or being someone of importance or just being out there, you don't have to go big all of a sudden. Like, you want to do big things, you want to do what and do. A journey of 1,000 steps starts with one step, or a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. It can be a step, it can be a hope, it can be a roll, it can be just one. Before today, I was like, I have to look for a place. I have to, like, be aesthetically pleasing and all that. But it's not all that, because I'm in my house. I can make videos for you in my house. If you really want aesthetics, we will get there. If you really want, like, really lit, we will get there. Lit videos where we have a good camera, good editing, we will get there. If you really want to take the journey, because success is a process, in us being like the future, YouTubers, content creators, influencers, because you want to get there. Are you getting me? Yes, I say today I'm feeling so goofy, but if you really want to do something and you really want to work towards that, start pole pole. Usijipe pressure. Don't give yourself a lot of pressure. Eti you want to do this, so you are. So you guys, I'll be doing my videos from my house, from this coach. That's I even forgot the reason why I bought this coach is to make videos for you here. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm M.Ndegwa, a nurse, content creator, mental health, a certified mental health advocate, and I'm usually happy making videos. And I usually make videos when I'm in a really, either a really good mood or a really bad mood. That's when I make videos. So you'll meet a very inconsistent person, you meet a very happy person, a very goofy person, a very knowledgeable person if you really want to stick with us, because sometimes I joke a lot, but sometimes when I hold this book, knowledge, my friend. So aside from that, there's something I want to share with us, considering it's mental health month, and today being date 15, I want us to talk about cognitive dissonance. So I want to ask you a question. How many times have you been telling yourself that you want to go to the gym? And every time you're eating that pizza, or anytime you're eating that burger, or you're in KFC, I don't know, the 10th time in a month, you remember, like, oh my gosh, like, am I the person who is here eating all this junk food, and I'm supposed to be in the gym, and all of a sudden you start feeling guilty, like you feel out of place. Now you even lost your appetite, you don't want to eat the food again. Now, this is something, cognitive dissonance is something that usually happens day to day to each and every person. It is not a mental disorder, but it is a mental discomfort that usually happens when you have two conflicting ideas. Two conflicting ideas, that is what you resonate with or what you believe in, and a thought that just comes to you in maybe can be randomly that is against your belief or against your actions. Can be that you're a student, yeah, you're supposed to be attending your online classes. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not pointing fingers. Yeah, you're a student, you're supposed to be attending your online classes. But the day prior, hey, you are really active, you are doing a lot of work and you slept late. The time you're waking up, it's 9. And the class was supposed to be at 7. Now you start feeling guilty, you didn't attend class, you didn't there's a knowledge that you didn't really get from the class that you're supposed to get. Maybe some people were doing a really nice activity or they were presenting and that chance really passed you. And you start feeling guilty like what is this? So you usually get to learn that you have cognitive dissonance or cognitive discomfort. There are some signs of a person having cognitive dissonance. You have the fear of missing out, like the FOMO, like you're torn in between should I go partying or should I do this assignment that is due at 12 a.m. or should I just sleep, not attend the class? As a student, you're supposed to be in class. I'm talking about something that happens to me. You're a student, you're supposed to be in class, yeah? But you're from work and you're sleepy, you're tired, you didn't get time even to close your eyes. You're like, that class can wait. Immediately you get into the bed. You have no sleep because your mind can't stop racing. You're supposed to be in class, you're supposed to be reading, you're supposed to be doing one, two, three. There's some people who don't like uh, eating animal products because they love the animals. You can't eat chicken meat because you love chicken. You can't eat goat meat because you love goat meat. But at an instance, you find yourself that you're eating this meat, and all of a sudden, you're feeling a discomfort or you're feeling guilty. So that is one of the sign of missing out, like you don't want things to pass you. You want to go to clubs, you want to go to parties, you want to go to picnics, not knowing that this is not a rite of passage. This is something that can actually pass you, only that you're just seeing people here on social media doing these things. Another sign is you do a lot of justifications of your actions that you're doing. You're supposed to go do shopping or you're supposed to save some money. Not that your income, the money you usually get, has changed, only that there's a cloth you sew for 5,000 shillings or a bag you sew for 5,000 Kenya shillings. And this 5,000 Kenya shillings is what you're supposed to be saving. But you're like, oh, this, the kind of justification you're giving yourself for using the money that you're saving is that, oh, this bag looks nice. I really want to have this in my collection. I really want to look like other ladies, looking decent, looking all classy. I want people to be such kind of justification you get. Another sign is that you usually take a lot of time deciding on something. That is, you have a lot of second thoughts. You're supposed to wear a certain way while you're going somewhere, right? But there's this dress you really like, or there's this outfit you really like, and you're really having conflicting ideas that should I wear the way these people want me to wear or should I just wear this outfit that really makes me feel comfortable, that really makes me seen. There's a belief or there's an actual belief that when you're going to that place there's a certain way you're supposed to dress, but there's also this other thought, this other conflicting thought, that you want to feel comfortable, you want to feel seen, you want to now you start having second thoughts that should I do this, should I do that. This is actually something that happens to most of us. So, what are the effects of really having cognitive dissonance or cognitive incompatibility? You're having anxiety or panic attacks. Maybe you did something and it backfired on you, and you really feel guilty doing it again. Now, with the thought of that thing is going to happen to you again, you start having panic attacks. You're all over sweating, you're having headaches, your heart is beating fast, you feel like you want to faint, your legs are weak. That is one sign of having cognitive dissonance. Then you also start having regrets, like why did I go, why did I do, I'm supposed to go for gym, I didn't go, I'm eating all the junk food in the world, I'm supposed to be attending a class. You get. And also it gives you that's regret, yes. Then also you start having stress, you're so stressed, especially when you're having second thoughts on something. You become so stressed until you lose focus on what exactly you're supposed to be doing. Another thing is having a low self-esteem or feeling low self-worth. This is because if you participated in an activity that you didn't like and it backfired on you so terribly, so the next time you think about doing such thing, you'll be like, no, I'm not capable of doing that. I'm not capable of going to such a place. Or you start have like doubting yourself for any your self-esteem goes down. So those are the kind of effects you usually have when it comes to cognitive dissonance. And sometimes you'll find that they go to the extent where now you start developing real mental issues. If you have for example, if you have anxiety or panic attacks, it's actually going to develop to a real thing, because if you did something that is really not aligning to your beliefs, or aligning to what you know and what is only your act and your belief and your thoughts, and you did it and all of a sudden it has just disrupted your whole mental process, your whole mental activity. Now you start experiencing anxiety as part of your life. So it's not something small, yet it's not something big. It's something that has to be focused on, or something that has to be put in line whenever you're having like conflicting issues, so that your things can be in order. So how do we resolve cognitive dissonance or cognitive incompatibility? So this one we have to read, because it's like a group of like four strategies to resolve the cognitive discomfort. So number one, you need to have a change of your behavior so that it is consistent with the other thought. That is changing your belief totally. So for example, you used to taking caffeine, right? And you know it helps you keep active, it helps you, like be focused whenever you're sleepy, whenever you're tired, you take caffeine or you take these energy drinks. Then one day you find, or someone tells you that caffeine is not good for your health. It actually distorts your like mental or your thought process in a way, and you become addicted to it. So you can actually change your belief totally about it. You can actually buy the idea that caffeine is not good for me, so let me change the habit of taking caffeine like totally. You've gone and researched and got that caffeine actually is not good for your health if you're taking it in large quantities or in large amount. That is strategy number one, like changing your belief totally. You go, someone tells you about something that you're used to doing, but you go research and get that truly, so that next time it doesn't distort your mind. You don't have like that conflicting idea that, oh, I want to take coffee only, but like you're changing that habit of taking caffeine. Number two, you change one of the dissonant or that thought in order to restore consistency. That is totally failing to acknowledge the thought. You know caffeine totally is not good for you, but you're like, you can't tell me. I'm a caffeine babe, I'm a caffeine guy, this is what keeps me going, this is what helps me do my work, so that you do totally away with it. So first one was, you change your thought, you change your belief to whatever you've been told, to the knowledge you've been introduced to. Okay, so you're like, truly caffeine is not good for me, so let me stop taking it. Number two, you distort that thought, what you were told, the kind of information you've been given. You're like, you can't tell me. If it distorts, if it doesn't, that's me. Okay? That's number two. That will help you not to have second thoughts or those conflicting ideas, because you've stood firmly with your belief, with your actions. You get? Number three, add other thoughts, that justify or reduce the importance of one thought, and therefore diminishes the consistency. That is, look for information that are in line with the thought and integrate. You're taking caffeine, yes? So you go read more information about caffeine. So you're like, if I take a lot of caffeine, I'm going to get addicted. So what am I going to do to be doing? I'll take it in small bits. Like I take today, I used to take caffeine daily, but today I'll take today. I jump to tomorrow. I take it the other day. Then when I get less used to it, then I'll be taking caffeine in like once a week. Yeah, once a week. Or if you're used to taking caffeine like twice or thrice a day, you reduce it to one day, because you've gone and researched about the effects of caffeine in your body. You get? So that is adding another thought or going to look for other information to justify and integrate your own thought and belief. I don't know if you are together. Those are three things. The first one is you take in that thought totally, in totality. Like you get rid of what you used to think or the kind of information or belief you had and incorporate whatever new information you've gotten. That was the first one. The second one is you get rid of the other person's thought or the other person's contributions to what you're doing in your life. You're like, me, I can't take that. If I'm taking caffeine, I'm taking caffeine, and no one is going to disrupt you on that. That's the second one. Number two is you integrate and justify. That is, you're still taking caffeine, but not as much as you used to take it. If you used to take it like 3 times a week, now you're taking once. If you used to take it like twice a day, you're taking once. You get. Number four is trivialize the inconsistency altogether, making it less relevant. That is asking questions to whether the thought is proven. That's now you're engaging the other party who introduced the other thought to you. Now you're asking them questions like, has it been proven? But this one usually doesn't help you in totality because you're asking questions, you want to know more about it, but you have not really gotten to it. But it has given you the thought to go and ask, and you go and ask and learn more about it. So here you can actually learn about it and integrate it, or you do away with it, or you take it in totality. So that's all for us today. I don't know if the information I've shared with you today is going to help you, or you're still going to have that cognitive dissonance. You're like, this baby is not telling us anything, this baby is not telling us nada. You get. But anyway, thank you for giving me this chance to talk to you. So like, subscribe, share, comment, and we'll see each other in the next video. Mwah.